Well, General Bipin Rawat was India's first Chief Defence Staff. He was given the awesome responsibility of finding a way to look at the future of the Indian Armed Forces, break the silos which exist between the Air Force, Army and the Navy, to introduce the concept of theaterization and to ensure that the silos which these armed forces operated in were destroyed in a sense, so that India could start using its armed forces as one cohesive unit.
63-year-old General Bipin Rawat led the Indian Army and then the military as India's first Tri-Services Chief for the last 5 years. A very challenging period which saw fatal clashes with Pakistani and Chinese troops and many other crises. He took over as Army Chief in December 2016 after superseding two seniors. He was selected for his experience in cross-border strikes. In 2015, following the killing of 18 Indian soldiers in an ambush by Naga rebels, the Indian forces responded with cross-border strikes, and the responsibility of coordination was on Lieutenant General Rawat. General Rawat took over as Army Chief in the aftermath of the strikes across the line of control in September 2016, conducted by India after Pakistani-based groups attacked an army camp in Uri. Earlier that year, terrorists had attacked the Air Force base in Pathankot.
I said the surgical strikes were a message that we had communicated, and that if required and if the adversary does not behave, then if we have to continue with these kind of activities and events, we will continue.
In his tenure after the horrific Pulwama bomb attack in which 40 CRPF personnel were killed, India carried out second cross-border attack against a terror camp in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. An escalation which led to a counter-attack by Pakistan's Air Force, which was repelled by India. Later that year, on his retirement, General Rawat was appointed as India's first Chief of Defence Staff. But already the tension with China was building up on several fronts. In Arunachal Pradesh, with repeated face-offs. In Doklam, in Bhutan across the Sikkim border, where the Chinese built a base. And most crucially, in many areas in Ladakh. Along the line of actual control, repeated confrontations flared up with the Galwan clash, in which a colonel was among 20 Indian soldiers and several Chinese reportedly. This was the first fatal clash with China since the 1962 war. General Rawat's biggest strategic challenge was the possibility of war with India's nuclear-armed neighbours. Key to this was updating India's arsenal both with indigenous and foreign weapons, including more and more from the US.
Constant friction with two of our nuclear-armed neighbours, with whom India has fought wars, increasingly acting in collision, poses an omnipresent danger of regional strategic instability with the potential for escalation, threatening our territorial integrity and strategic cohesion.
During his term, the government also pushed for making roads, bridges, homes in border areas. Internally, not one to shy away from controversy, General Rawat cut through red tape and honoured Major Litul Gogoi for tying up a Kashmiri stone pelter to his vehicle as a human shield to evacuate polling staff. The Major was awarded the Chief of Army Staff Commendation Card. During the movement against the controversial Citizenship Amendment Act, across the country he publicly condemned those who were leading the protests and said, leadership wasn't about guiding people to carry out arson and violence.
Leaders are not those who lead people in inappropriate directions, as we are witnessing in a large number of university and college students, the way they are leading masses of crowds to carry out arson and violence.
General Rawat's tenure has also seen a landmark change, with doors opening for regular commission of women in several sectors.
Well, the training of the women soldiers in the Indian Army in particular has been hard, and it has held them in good stead in performing their tasks in various types of terrain that we have in our country.
The distinction between the role of men and women today in war fighting is getting blurred by the day. The notion of gender gap is passé. Women are no less suited to braving such challenging conditions and have proven themselves in the past and will continue to do so in the future.
As the Chief of the Tri-Services, General Rawat had begun to plan for a better coordination between the three forces. especially in long-term procurement. He had a year of service left.